CMC, for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens Movement for Change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up Liberia. CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together. By the people, let us join our hands together to build a better Liberia. Equity, national unity, transparency, accountability, social justice, integrity, CMC core values, CMC Global. Liberia, it is a new day for the people. Let's hold together, let's hold together. Peace and unity, raise up the hands. DMC, the land of liberty, the land of freedom, the love of liberty brought us together. Let's hold together, and peace and unity, to build a better life. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better life. CMC, CMC, yes, for the people, CMC, yes, by the people, let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better life. CMC, yes. Yes, the time has come.
CMC, yes, the time has come. How you doing today, guys? Ansu, you can hear us?
Hello, my Grace. How are you?
I am good. How you doing? We happy to be here today. So today,
You
you
look so
guys,
excited.
huh?
You look so excited.
Yes, I am, because I'm happy. Our program is coming up on this weekend, and our political leader is going to be in the building. If you were me, you will not be happy.
I'm
I,
doing right.
I'm very happy. Today we have Winston Cooper with us from Rwanda. He is a CNC mayor, so he's going to be on the show with us tonight. We are expecting our Secretary General, Mistress Victoria Sandola Zulu, supposed to be on with us. So if you're on here, share the show. It's going to be a fantastic show tonight. Dr. Richardson is not going to be here. She is off on Thursday because she has work, and she has to go and teach her students. But we are happy to be here, and I know she will be watching from where she is, and she will have an input in the show tonight as well. But it's always good to be here. If you are watching, you already know this is the Political Lounge. My name is Grace Goa. I am a CNC Daha one, and I'm happy to be here. This platform is about CMC. We come here to push our CMC agenda. We also talk about social, moral, and political issues within the society of Liberia and also the country itself. That's why we come here every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And we are also broadcasting on True FM in Liberia on Facebook and YouTube. And we happy to have Ansu and Henry in the studio with us. They're always here with us. They are part of the panel, and we are happy to have them. So welcome, Winston. You can introduce yourself while I share the show as well.
Okay, thank you, Sis Grace. I hope my audio is okay, guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you. Thanks for the opportunity, and it's good to be here, Ansu and Henry. thanks to all of you for the level of work done, especially, giving all the audience in Liberia as well, people who do not have the internet, who do not have access to the internet, but have their little radio to listen to some of the different arguments we'll be pushing here. So my name is Winston Cooper, and I'm currently serving as the acting chair for the CMC East Africa chapter, constituting 5 countries within the East African belt. So basically, we'll be here tonight representing, the 5 different countries that Liberians are based in the East Africa belt. So it feels good to be here, and we look forward to, discussing fruitful, topic, cataloging some of the different things people need to know about the CMC. Basically, yeah, like Sis Gray have said already. So it's good to be here. We look forward to having fruitful conversation and letting our people to know the way forward to the development and the prosperity of our country.
Thank you so much, Winston. You are always welcome. Very strong young man. And we are very proud of you, with what you guys are doing there in East Africa, Rwanda, and how you're pushing CSC agenda. History will remember you, just so you know. And we're happy to always have you guys on. Any of you can always come here and talk about CMC. Ansu, how are you in the studio, brother man?
Thank you. I'm good. Good. Madam Chair, I'm good. Let's say thanks again for having us on tonight again, especially going to the weekend, the eve to the weekend. So good to be on the political laws as usual. We sit here for now, straight up to 1:30 a.m. Liberia time on this platform where we talk national issues. At the same time, we push our CMC agenda right here on this platform. So I'm just happy and fully ready and prepared to run up to 1:30.
Yeah, thank you. And tonight you guys gonna be the host of the show.
Yeah.
I want to open up to you guys to make sure you ask Winston any question you feel like asking him. We'll also be discussing issues in Liberia, especially when it comes to the PL. What happened to I don't know what happened today at where they went to his business to kind of shut it down and stop him from operating. We discussed that, which was totally wrong, and thank God the court system was able to make sure that they stopped that from happening, and they were able to remove them from that area, which is good enough. So it means that the court system, like at least it works, because you can't be above the law, even if you are within government. So we discussed that. We also will be discussing the PL has a letter out he just wrote concerning what happened to the former president Weah House, and we'll read that letter. And then we'll talk about everything else in the country, about the drugs infested nation of Liberia, where the drugs are killing our people. And we also will talk about the case, the rape, the alleged rape case that is lingering over the country that has not been investigated yet. We're not hearing anything coming from that area, except you have heard anything today. So Ansu will be discussing all of that. So I hope you put that on your agenda so we can discuss that. So if you want to share the show for us. I see Jolly Clinton is watching, and Parker King, he said, I wish to follow the show tonight, but Lone Star Network is seriously giving problem. Yes, Parker, we wish everything work out for you to continue following the show. That's Liberia for you. The Lone Star, the network is always giving problem. The leadership in the country is poor. So, even in 2025, network will be giving problem in your country. So, but we hope to change things, come 2029, that Liberians will see it wise to vote a new leadership into power. After 20 years of lingering with nothingness, that they will see it wise to vote a new leadership into power. And that leadership, I claim to be citizens movement for change, so Liberia can be a better place, because we have a roadmap on how we can develop Liberia, and it's not that hard, and it doesn't take that long. So we are here tonight. So continue following us. I'm sharing the show, so Ansu, you can come in. What's going on in Liberia, Ansu?
Well, thanks, and we same thing, a lot of stories every time, when you want to get new development story from Liberia, just follow this UP comment. for another story, and so we back here. As I said, a lot of things happening, and then you talk about the information about the IPRC to shut down Simrex today. It was one of the stories that sparked a bit. Later this afternoon to the evening hour, and we got information about the court intervention. That's one. Then we also got information about one of our Liberia businessman. Uh, yeah, and also a supporter of the United Party. I think you may know George Kalano, renowned Liberian businessman, and he also in the business of fuel too. So one of his tanker was arrested today by the DA with a tramadol. They had tramadol hailing somewhere on the tanker. So according to the information, because he had been invited by the DA, so we are waiting on what comes of his conference meeting with the DA. But the source information we are getting now, we were being informed that he said, I think his son, who is currently managing his business, where they want, I think, borrow that tanker to a friend. So he had no idea to the tramadol being formed on the tanker. So, but he had been invited by the LDA on Monday, for conference. That's another one, and the outside case still continue at the court, and so the defendants and the government, they are still on Ricky Maro still going back and forth. We got information today. The defendant, headed by former Speaker Kofa and his team now. I think they're on the way to the Supreme Court. Yes, they are on the way to the Supreme Court. It is putting hard onto the current investigation from the lower court. So for now until Monday, we will know what comes of their full engagement with the Supreme Court. What exactly we do expect them in terms of going to the Supreme Court. What exactly they went there for? So on Monday, maybe hopefully tomorrow, then we'll know. They are full intention of going to the Supreme Court. And feedback back home of CMC political leader traveling to the U.S. When I say feedback, we run the morning show this morning, and we had Honorable Marvin Cole this morning on the breakfast show, and Honorable Cole, executive for the citizen movement for change, saying supported in wholehearted support of Musability, and with his current engagement in the diaspora, engaging Liberians abroad is very, very necessary to start networking at this early stage, especially when you want to represent or to present a good platform to the Liberian people, not to wait for 2027 or 2028. So Musa current engagement with diaspora Liberians, especially in the U.S., he says is necessary, and he support the CMC political leader. So as I said, man, Grace, a lot of this happening back home, a lot of training stories, and those are just some of our key stories, information we managed to just pick up from today's happenings.
Okay, thank you. So we'll let Winston come in. Winston, I don't know how do you what do you think about what's going on with the political leader, his business in Liberia, and so far as soon as said that the court had to intervene in that matter because it was totally wrong for them going to his business to stop him from operating, claiming that he owed taxes. I don't know, owing taxes in the world over. I don't know in Rwanda, but where we live, owing taxes is not a crime. And I know that Babete is on top of his taxes, especially for his business. One time I remember one of the government officials even came on Facebook and said that he was one of the tax-paying abiding citizen in the country. He paid taxes, and he was one of the businesses that pays the most taxes in Liberia, and he was on top of his taxes payment. So for them to come again and say now he owe, but I wanted to say something. This is very serious. I was in Liberia, And I was sitting down in a company in a certain place. We went to eat, and the people were saying that the government was going to come after vulnerability. I was sitting down and listening to it, and they said that it was alleged in that conversation that the director for LRA, Honorable Double Jala, was being pushed to actually he was being pushed to actually find a way to make honorability owe taxes. Can you imagine? The people were discussing in the open forum in Liberia, in where I was sitting. I was like, oh my God, how do you do that? So this is all like a political witch hunt, So we said we need to come in. I don't understand how owing taxes now is a crime that they shut your business down. I thought they're supposed to cite you, and then you go there and then maybe give you a payment plan if you owe, and then you're discussing how much you got to pay a month. I don't know that government can just kind of places and shut people business. I don't happy where I live. So go ahead, my nephew.
Thank you. Thank you, Sis Grace, and thanks to Ansu for laying out the basis of the conversation tonight. So basically, what I want to say from the beginning is that, no one is saying that the government cannot go after, people who have taxes, people who need to pay taxes, because I believe that the only way our country can be developed is through taxes and people laying up to commitment. But, and so this whole taxation and this whole issues that surrounding, the tax in Liberia, especially from LPRC, the government have turned it to be like the way when we used to talk about, a war crime code in Liberia. People used to just, blame an individual about this whole coming of the war crime code. People used to scare people with it and all of that. But I think it's a good move. Government have to go after people who get taxes, people who need to pay taxes. But I think there are some level of contradiction here. Now, the first thing is that the government have understand that, everyone who may serve as a threat to the re-election of the government 2029, they're going to come after you. The signs are there. People are saying it. The fact that, honorability have been doing community outreach, he been establishing consensus as a newly formed political party, it's becoming a threat to the government. With the level of zeal they are seeing, with the level of mobilization, the level of commitment from the citizen, you get to know now that, it is becoming a threat to the government. That's why on Wednesday, before I come to the question exactly, on Wednesday when Senator Nugwe appeared on True Event, not True Event, but on OKFM on Wednesday, and then Clarence asking some basic question about what brought about the taxation, what brought about LPRC whole taxing process and all of that, and what benefit does it have to bring to the people of Liberia. I think they are not mostly focusing on what benefit it has to bring to the people of Liberia, the ordinary people that they are serving. What they are concerned about here is how can we cripple all our politicians? How can we use scare tactics on all our politicians to keep them off balance so that they cannot establish fan base or they cannot establish any consensus up to 2029? So, and I also posted a question to him on the similar thing. I asked him what do you think this whole taxing or this whole cutting down by 30 cents and all of that, what benefit it has to bring to the ordinary people? But there were no, basic explanation about that. But what I want to say here is that, the PL remain, hopeful in this whole process, like what we saw today on the internet, where we saw people intending to close down the business of the PL and all of that. And so we live in other countries, right? We have lived in other countries. We have had opportunity to access how government taxation work and all of that. I live in Rwanda, one of the cleanest country in Africa. And this country does not have resources. They solely depend on taxpayer money to be able to run the affairs of that country. But even if you owe $1 billion United States dollars to this country, there are ways in which the government have approach to that. There are ways in which the government approach it, especially when you are doing a business that business is helping to employ a Rwandan, or that business is helping to create job market for the ordinary people. So I don't know where the government is thinking at this point in time. We understand, like I said, I am not against people paying tax. I think the government is also contradicting herself, because at a certain point in time, we saw a release from a renowned government official, saying that Honorability have been one of the consistent taxpayer in Liberia some months back. And then here we are again. The House of Senate, few guys in the House of Senate now, they are coming over an issue that, Honorability have not been paying tax and all of that. But Ansu, this is my clear point. Now, I think when you ask most of these people who are supporting, let's go after these guys, the only thing they'll tell you is that Honorability went into contract with LPRC to be an importer and to have a storage where when he bring a petroleum in the country, where he will be able to store it. And so let's take, for example, right, you selling bags of rice, and you build your storage for your bags of rice, and then maybe your goods have not arrived yet. And all of people
and the guy's not accurate. They say it's not part of that agreement, though. Winston.
Yeah, it's part of it.
They said the agreement was only to import and not also to serve as storage. I don't know how it is possible.
So this is just the clear premise I'm trying to set here. You are a breast importer, for example, Ansu, and then you build a storage for importing your rice and storing it there, selling it into your store, and then maybe you went out of rice in the store. There is no rice in the store, and all rice importer bring your rice into the country, and then asking you to subcontract with you to store that rice in your storage. Does that constitute a crime? Does that have any bad implication about breaching of contract as they have said? No. It's not the case. And so you work with True Evan as a journalist, right? Now you sign contract to work with True Evan as a journalist. You can go out there and search for guests. You bring your guests in. You interview those guests, especially when the guests have something that is called something that that do not breach the policy of the media institution you're working with. It's just as common as it is. But now the people are making it look that Honorability now is doing another contract out of the contract he has signed already with LPRC. We just want to the logic of that argument dies before arrival. This is a man who have created jobs for the Liberian people through businesses, through investment in the country, and all of that. Do you know shutting the storage operation down? Do you know how many Liberians you are depriving of having job into this country? I don't know what are they really considering the implication of this whole thing about how many Liberians you are keeping jobless if you want to shut this storage down. So it's just a common logic, says Grace, that we all need to understand here that if you have your storage and you are importing rice and there is no rice in your storage, you can allow other importers to store their rice there for the good of the ordinary people. The very same rice is coming to the country. The rice will be distributed. It will be sold to the very citizen that you represent and all of that. But we are now politicizing this whole thing. They have politicized it to the extent that they are going after individual instead of making it to look like a nation problem. They're going now after individual. So we just urging the government to stop this. We're just urging the government to stop this and let them explain to the Liberian people. Let them explain to the Liberian people what triggered that effect. Does this storage, the whole storage issue has to do with the Liberian people, especially a good number of Liberians that Honorable Musa Hassan Belete have employed, that they are now earning their daily bread to this whole thing. So I think I will have to contribute to that, but I will allow 6th Grace to come in, and I will give my last thought on this before we go to the next topic.
I mean, I just thank you, Winston. Very, very, articulating the issues. I enjoy you. I have nothing. Look, nothing is left in me with this government. They are failed on arrival. So they are very embarrassed because Honorable Belete has shown himself as a person who is willing to show leadership in the country and telling the people that Liberia can be developed. It's just that the leadership don't want to do it. And so they are threatened by that. They are threatened by that. Are you kidding me? For a whole government to stop a Liberian person or a group of people, CMC, from building a bridge in Babalu to help the people to cross? He said the people would rather die than for us to be able to build that bridge. So you see, they will always try to come for him. They will always try to come for CMC. They will always try to come for honorability, whatsoever he does. Even with this whole trucks, they say they phone honor the other main cars. What his name is? Galano. I don't trust this government. Who know what I was planted? Just so you know, you never know. They're planting things on people. They will do anything to bring the other Liberian businesses down. They don't want Liberian businesses to prosper in that country. They rather let the other foreign nationals take over the country with their businesses and have them in their pockets. They don't want Liberian businesses to prosper. Honorability business have been honest, or strategized, and he was able to build his business from scratch. They cannot destroy it because he built the business did not build him. So you cannot destroy something that is within somebody. I don't care what you do. So that's why I'm like, the people don't even follow processes, they don't follow procedures, they don't follow the law. Joseph Boakai government is a gangsterized government. They don't follow the law. They even have people in prison that they maltreat and beat them up and abuse them in prison. It's all on Facebook. So they're not following. It's all on social media and all in the news, all in the newspaper. So definitely, if a man like Musa Hassan Pedete, is telling the Liberian people that look, Liberia can be developed. It takes a good leadership to develop Liberia. I have created a party with a group of people, and we think that we can change Liberia for the better. It's going to threaten these people that have been in power for 20 years that have done nothing for the country. So they will do anything to marginalize him and come after his business and come after his life, but they will not succeed. They will not. The international community is watching this, and we are writing letters complaining about what they are doing. Failed business practices they following in our country. You cannot go to a person business place and tell them that you bring a rate to do this and check. If you never had the advance notice before you ever got there, it's a failed business practice. That's why the court told them to leave, because it's not the right thing to do. Joseph Boakai is a detector. I say it. He is a detector. He's a walking detector. And I'm sorry that Liberian gave him the opportunity to lead this country. This man was sitting now in a house, couldn't even buy gas for his car. Let's just be clear. Now he's personal Liberia. He wants to make everybody to be down. It's not fair to the Liberians. So they will go after honorability, or they're not going to succeed, because the court will not allow it. Once there is contract and there is paperwork to show that he's doing everything right and there was contract signed, I can have my house and buy my house here in America. I can choose to put a tenant in my house and they can pay rent to me. I don't have to go in there, I put it in. No, I can choose for somebody to come and rent my house, my room in my house, and they can pay to me. I don't owe the government to go tell and say, I have to sign document to put tenant in my house. No, the tenant only got to sign a contract with me because it's my house. So I don't understand where they're coming from with this thing. Emmanuel Duque standing out on radio talking, he sounds very, very silly. Very, very silly.
Just to I'm sorry for interrupting, but just like what you have said, right? I think one of the questions I also asked Senator Nungwe is, whether the contract honorability signed with LPRC, whether there's a clause that prohibits tenant from, doing external connection with, other people, right? That is where maybe you renting your house, and then maybe you go into contract with the landlord of the house. If there's no clause within the contract that prohibits you bringing another friend over to add to you, does that really matter? Can that have a basis within in the contract? No. So this whole thing, those guys, they are just trying to manipulate the system, especially the way they have been doing it, in a way that they just want to push the ordinary Liberian. So one thing they will tell you is that we want to raise money to be able to send in those county social development fund. You know, 300,000 will go to counties and all of that.
Because that's the lies that they
All
lies
those things
they
are
tell.
tactic.
Yeah,
All those
they
things are
lie a
tactic.
lot. That's how they key into power, so they continue to fool the people and act like or businessmen or the businesses, the Liberian business, they're taking away from the people, not knowing they are taking away from the people. Look, we don't have time for people like Emmanuel Nukwe. Emmanuel Nukwe, the United States government publicly sanctioning him under Section 703, 1C of the Department of State Foreign Operations related to Program Appropriations Act of 2023, citing his involvement in significant corruption. That kind of man can't tell somebody why. They sanction him for significant corruption by abusing his public position through soliciting, accepting, and offering bribe to manipulate legislative processes and public funding. That's who Emmanuel Nukwe is. So who is Emmanuel Nukwe to come and tell a businessman who has done his business fair and clear in the country what to do? You know, because they're afraid. They're afraid because Joseph Boakai government will never go after them for the corruption. So they know that people like us, CMC come to power, these people will make sure they are investigated. So that's why they're afraid. They have hijacked the country and they don't want the country to be set free. Their action led to his actions, they say it led to travel bans. He cannot come. He went to court. He wanted to bring a child. He went, the poor refused, and they were living like bro with the stolen money that they paid. They will stay here with it. They will not be able to come to the country. That's what will happen. They ban him. How are you banned from even traveling because of corruption and bribe? Your voice is on tape and talking about bribe and corruption. The people got you recorded. Then are you coming to go after an honest businessman who started his business from scratch and decided that he will do everything right? You can't do that. You cannot. The department that you will wish on tire. It's not going to work. You got evidence of corruption practices on you, leak audio recording in Nukwe admit to manipulating budget of Liberia Special or Free Zone Authority by lobbying to reduce its funding. You the one that corrupt person, you won't put it on somebody else. You got video, you telling the poor how you corrupt yourself. You are telling the poor how you corrupt. So now how you can tell somebody else that they corrupt and doing fair business practice in the country, the businesses got laws in the country. Once you abide by the law and you're doing your business, don't make it that other small la clause where you want to put on it doesn't work because there is contract signed and the court will see those contracts. So people like Nukwe, he needs to go have several seats because he has no moral rectitude to tell anybody that they corrupt because he is the King Kong walking people of corruption. Go ahead, my dear nephew.
Yeah, so I think sixth grade you are making salient point. Like you said, you know, one who speak of equity must come with clean hand. You cannot be sanctioned by the U.S. government on massive corruption. Okay, you cannot travel in the U.S. You are bound. Your family cannot go in the U.S. and all of that. And at the end of the day, you coming back to the Liberian people. I think people. There's a saying that says people who are trapped into misery, they will always love to drag other people into it. You know, they'll try to assassinate other people's integrity and all of that. So this is just the clear case here. The Liberian people needs to understand that Honorable Emmanuel Nukwe does not have the moral rectitude to call for accountability. We understand that Honorable Musa Hassan Belete have been a law-abiding citizen in Liberia, a very law-abiding citizen. He had been taxpayer in Liberia. He went into a legal contract with LPRC. And this contract, there is no clause within this contract that indicate that you cannot do, if you sign contract with LPRC, you cannot do external, negotiation or external business with another individual, especially in the case where you have your storage and you storing gas in there and people importing gas as well. You can, to give opportunity to other people to store gas just for the Liberian people. So this is just where we are.
That's an excuse that people are looking for. No, Nukwe don't have the right to even say that. Nukwe, he accusation of corruption, he gained personal and political advantage in those things. That's a whole way he was able to get into government, to be the kind of money he got now for him to have that. That's why he is banned with his family from coming to the international free world, because the whole international community know that he's a corrupt individual. They can steal. Let's just talk in the Liberian way. They stole from
And-
like no comfort. They're still stealing. And they are so angry that our man ability could build himself with business right in front of our boy and become millionaire, and they can't take it. And then somebody can tell me, oh, how many times did you see Joseph Boakai podcast? Why you coming? I mean, you talk about Taylor. I know you need plenty like talk about Taylor. How many need you got with it? One, whether you wanted it, you're talking about the Congo Pool or you're running with the names and talk about Taylor. We tired that fake name. If you may come with your real name, let me just let you know. I don't have to go back for Joseph Boakai. Henry Costa told us all. I will play Henry Costa video so you can hear it now tonight. Because Henry Costa told us what went on, what he did for Boakai. We all know. And other people who were able to send money for him to survive before he became president, because they wanted to mention to become president so they can go and do whatever they want to do. So I don't have to be able to, I don't have to back out for him. Henry Costa already told us what was going on. Let me play a video. Yeah? So you can hear it. It's all over the internet. Did you not hear that? Did you not? For older men to come into power and start to wish on young business owners when it comes to his age. Those young men are owners that bring businesses. They are young. It can be Boakai children. For you to come and wish on your own kids, your own like bring kids. It's a shame. Let him go start here talking there. You talk
for the next 13 days. I will keep you crying. And you're crying all over the place. What I will continue to do, I have already succeeded in completely demoralizing your base. You're just crying all over the place. I haven't even started. I'm just warming up. How dare you, foolish, desperate people, talk about rescue country. Joseph Boakai couldn't even rescue himself.
Yeah.
Some of you passing around, oh, Costa this, Costa that. Where were you when I raised the money left and right to feed him and fly him from hospital to hospital? Where were you all? Sitting there talking nonsense. Talking about Costa ain't got no integrity. I didn't have integrity when I was feeding Joseph Boakai. Your God. Bunch of ungrateful people. Have you heard Joseph Boakai deny that I was raising money left and right to feed him? Have you heard him deny it? He would never deny it.
Talk about Joe Taylor fake page. I answer your question very well. Him and Costa just told you. You can count on it with next topic, my people.
So I think Ansu also talked about the situation involving George Calando, Councilor Calando, about the
So
Trump issue.
Managrey just said something. When she was speaking, just keep thing you said. Manache, what you talking about? People being irresponsible, not organized, and because this is exactly what we're talking about. People not being organized government. This you get do things like you run a junta government where you just leave office and go to somebody's business area and just shut it down and say because they pay tax. There are procedure and process, to do that. So, and this issue have been around for a couple of weeks where people talk about it, and they say that it is a witch hunt, and people on the defense say no, government doing the job. But for what happened today, I don't think those that stay yet to understand that this government is folded after this man. I don't think, or whether they are still not convinced of what happened today, because what happened today is exposed and shown very clear. Because if you go through Mr. Billis, I did follow him one time when he talked about similar thing today. He said one time it was just what I did, and they forget to know that they did the building already for that time. It was the payment was all in process. To fast track, everything to do payment or what. And in a short time, he helped people on the way to his business area. How will you run an institution, a government of such, even if you say personal pay tax? Is that how you do that? When you and this person are folded into the media, the man made the public to understand clearly that this particular thing you said and the new tariff at that place they are set up, it is totally against it. You say no. the current rigmarole and hard and pull is on. Today now you proof it to the wall. Because it's very clear. Today it's perfectly clear now that this is what we want. We really want to shut down this business. We really want to break this man, and we really want to bring this thing down by force. So by any means, we're not going to go by the procedure. We're not going to go by process. Nothing we're going to go by. We're just going to shut the place down because we don't want this man to operate. We don't want his voice to be heard. So we say kudos to the court. It's a slap in the face of the LPRC boss there. And his team is a very big slap. And we have to stop doing these things. We shouldn't allow politics. It's not just. I don't know, like Bira. Our own politics. It's too high. It's too high. Winston. Our own politics is about splitting people. It's about how our own politics is about bitterness.
So one funny thing about it is that this whole thing have gone so personal to the extent that senators now are turning into public relation officer for LPRC. Now you'll see senators going to radio station instead of LPRC bosses appearing to clearly explain to the Liberian people what their decisions are, what their findings are, what prompted the decision, and all of that. You see senators going to station now, sitting there to explain their action. I think this is just about misunderstanding your oversight responsibility. As a Senate, as a member of the House of Senate, I think your primary responsibility is to invite agency. Let those in those different agencies be able to explain that decision and all of that. But senators now, because of this thing being too personal and making it out of wish on people, they are turned now into PRO, public relation officer for LPRC. And if you just follow the statement, any statement of Onukwe on OKFM, he makes it look so personal to the extent that he even went as far as saying you cry tire. So this thing should not. The Liberian people need to understand that this thing is personal. It's not really about the interest of the ordinary Liberians, but it's about being personal. It's about scoring political points, or it's about denigrating someone's character because people found themselves to be denigrated and sanctioned by the U.S. government. So they want to include other people into it.
Exactly. He the one with cry tire. The last time I checked, when he went to America, that you the one your family will be me in like bro with the stolen money what you stole from the Liberian people. You sanction is a disgrace for a sanction government official to even be putting his mouth in the kind of thing. You're supposed to even close your mouth and go sit down because nobody can even trust you. You are known, you are walking people of corruption. They ban you from coming to this country. They ban you all over the place. Maybe you say Ghana and Nigeria so ban you at a point in time. You can't come about you will cry tire. What kind of responsible government official will go to a radio station to say that? Y'all have nothing on Musa Hassan Belete. And that's why the international world will fight for him, because y'all have nothing on him. You cannot wish on a man who take his money that he made honestly to help the Liberian people. The money you took for the corrupt money you took from the Liberian people, help them with it. Why are you so mad because the man is helping Liberians? And most of your family benefiting from this thing because you check it out. Most of the children are on Belete scholarship. Maybe that you're causing from somewhere because you can't even help your own family members. Sure. And you're on this man business like to say that nothing will happen. You're the one will fight tire that Liberian people has seen through y'all. Y'all cannot stop CMC. Y'all cannot. I don't care what y'all do. CMC will not be move. We are moving on. We are moving forward, and we will make sure we move into 2029. That you're holding on to corrupt practices and trying to destroy Liberia and making sure that our people don't have the light of day, that they cannot enjoy real life basic needs. We will change that in 2029. All of y'all will be going, and y'all who got sanctioned behind y'all, and we found out we're going to come after y'all. Y'all will be thoroughly investigated. Because that what Joseph Boakai government failed to do. He lied to the people in his campaign whether he was going to investigate these things. He has not done that. And it's a shame for this UP government.
So the whole clarity about this thing is about, making it, for the Liberian people to understand. For the little woman who's selling her bedabo somewhere who have been hearing that, They want to close down honorability. You know, they want to stop a contract with LPRC. I think it is about time that we explain in the lowest term for them to understand, says Grace, because this thing, you know, it's just about the Liberian people. The very same business they're doing, the man is helping to implore your Liberian brothers and sisters. You got hundreds of Liberian brothers and sisters who are working with this man, all of their businesses. So if the government is saying that, you know what, the very same government that talk about job creation, they talk about, you know, fine to market rules, and this very same government is stopping people from connecting fine to market rules. This same government is stopping people from creating job for you in Liberia. So where do we stand as a people? So this is a clear sign to the Liberian people that we don't have to base on, you know, empty promises in our decision making comes 2029. It's about time for us to look at the tangible, what someone have done and what they are capable of doing. Then look at people past record and what people have done for the Liberian people in a time out in and out of government. This is just a clear sign. The Unity Party show up from the beginning that they couldn't have done anything better for the people of Liberia. The sign was clear. But at the end of the day, you know, this is where we are as a country. But I hope and pray that the Liberian people will listen this come around. They will make sound decision in the interest of our country, in the direction of where we want to see our country going. Because honorability have proven beyond reasonable doubt that the Liberian people need to trust and count on him that this nation is going to be built. A lawmaker, I'm coming, Ansu, I know you want to come in. So a lawmaker, a man who was a private citizen and built a bridge over a river in Liberia. This is the first time in history. None of those who have served as president in Liberia ever did something like that before winning the presidency. If any of them did it, they were president before, they could do that with the Liberian people money. But this man, his personal money, his business money, the very same business you want to close down today, the business that have helped to employ more than 100 and some more Liberians, this man used his own business money to connect 2 counties, a loan building bridge, and fine to market rules, infrastructure, and everything is in the country. So the evidence are there. It's going to speak for him. So the Liberian people are going to understand from the level of what he has done for the people. That's why you see he has become the #1 threat to this government, and they will do everything in humanly possible, in their power, to be able to bring this man down. But this is a failed tactic. We already understand this, and we're going to resonate the message with the people. So that's why I just wanted to say on this.
Thank you, Wilson. Thanks so much, folks. The political laws here on Truth FM 96.1, and I've been really on Truth FM in Nima County. So let's just move on. Madam Chair, just try to give us a little bit of the update, man, for tomorrow, man, because it's already the next morning. It's the 26th already. So I know for the 27 program, we are almost there, and we'll learn the PR is currently now in the US. Maybe may likely be landing in the US hopefully tonight or tomorrow. Just an update for the 27 program.
Okay, thank you so much, Ansu. Yes, let's go on to other thing that was letting us letting us on the platform, because talking about this Liberian government and their field tactics can just be so annoying sometimes. You know, I want to just say that, you know, our political leader, Honorable Musa Hassan Bilite, will be here first thing tomorrow morning. He will be in the great United States of America. And we are looking forward to having him here. And the program is on Saturday. So Friday, he's going to be here, go about his different things that he has to do for himself. And then Saturday morning, we will be at one of the addresses that we're supposed to have a meeting for CMC. So we'll be at 14. The CNC must already have that. But we'll be at 1419 Hope Street in Philadelphia, where CMC members and executives will gather there. We'll have a meeting with the PL at that time, about 11 to 12. And then on Friday, like tomorrow, in fact, some people arrive in Philadelphia today. some of the CNC members that are traveling, they're arriving in Philadelphia today. Tomorrow they will be meeting at that same address, which is Friday. By 3 o'clock, they will be there. Things will be going on there, meet and greet, fufu and soup, kesawali and rest, pan butter, petali, they will be having their fun on that side until on Saturday when we will be arriving there for the meeting at 11. And then the same Saturday, which is Saturday 27 at 6 p.m., that's the real event that CMC will be having Pathway to Change event. That will be an introduction or town hall fundraiser dinner. That program is free. We are having it in the Crystal Ballroom in Clarion Hotel in Essington, PA, which is right not too far from the airport, right down up, not too far from the city itself. So we'll be there and we'll have that program where Honorable Ability will be the guest speaker. He will come and tell the people about his vision that he has for CMC, what he wants to do, and some of you give some information on how he thinks that things can be different in the country. He will talk also about him being a representative and what he has accomplished as a representative in the almost 2 years of him being in the House, and how this government had taken away from him. They're not paying him. He has not gotten any funding so far. I think for some few months now, they have not given him any funding. He has not gotten paid. So he will talk about that. He will tell the Liberian people what's going on, how he's been witch hunted. He and some other representatives that are speaking truth to power and speaking making sure that the law stands in the country. So he will give all that information. Also, there will be question and answer. We'll have a panel. People will ask questions, and the CMC team will answer. Ability will also be answering some of those questions. We'll have some nice dinner. Dinner will be served. It's free for CMC on the House. CMC is giving free dinner out that night. But we are not like the other political party. We don't let people pay to come to our events. We just ask you when you come, at least you can donate. When our fundraising program is going on, so that we'll be doing that. And then after, when the program is done, we don't talk too long at our program. We don't let too much talking take over. We have certain minutes that are set for those things, and then we have a ball, dance, and we will mingle with network and do what we have, as we always do. Have fun, because with everything, regardless of what's happening, or regardless of what they're trying to do, regardless of what people think, we are still going to have fun because it's good to live. Life is, you have to enjoy it. So with everything being said, we'll still have a little dance and have fun and meet one another and have a party after everything. Our main major event is coming to an end. So that will be on Saturday. We are looking forward to it. A lot of people have traveled there here to attend the program. A lot of people are also coming to meet Honorable Ability in person. And we're looking forward to that.
It has the momentum left because this one look more organized. Like the first time he just bounced only in the US. This one look like more organized and that's the momentum like. Had the recession back there.
Well, the momentum is high. Even I heard there was a whole group of people that are trying to go and meet him at the airport. He doesn't want that. They were carrying a whole big team to go meet him. And at the airport, but he doesn't want it. But Billy is not that kind of person. He has his own group of people that love him. Although the people are doing everything to sabotage his work, but he has a group of people that really love him because they see exactly what he's doing. And Liberian people wants to see that. They want somebody that can come out and do what they're supposed to do for the country with the kind of work, the immense work activity that man has done in the country, the immense way the people may have helped the people in those, especially in District 7. The people were going to the airport to meet him, but he doesn't want that. So he's coming quietly. And the momentum is high. I mean, we had a meeting and people are looking forward to this. And we had a fundraiser drive. We raised, for the short while, we raised good money for that fundraiser drive that was going on. It ended today. So we made sure we had that, So people are looking forward to coming. I spoke with some people telling me, Grace, I will see you on Saturday. And we are looking forward to that. So the momentum is high. And he's in good spirit. I spoke with him in his transit. He was in good spirit. And he's looking forward to being here, to meeting his people.
That's so good. That's a good news for CNC Muscle from your end.
Yeah, so Ansu, I think what I've seen so far in the global chat room, it has proven already that those people are making significant progress, especially when it comes to how they planning this whole thing to be and all of that. But we actually from East Africa so far,
Mm.
we are planning to beat the record. So we just watching them. We want to see,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we want to see, what they are going to do. We're going to plan our program from them too. So they are going to be the pioneer of this whole thing. So we want to see what they are able to do and all
How,
of that.
how,
After
how
that,
Liberian and Winston, how Liberian responding? How are they responding to you in terms of being part of a CMC? And how are they responding to you? As your recruitment. You said let's say Rwanda. So how many countries maybe you there cover as secretary?
yeah. So currently we
Yeah.
have 5 countries within the East African belt that we are working
Okay.
with Liberians there. And but we're currently based in Rwanda because Rwanda hosts the BKL Liberian students community. Over 3,000 Liberian students are in Rwanda, both students and business people. So we've been working with them, and it will interest you to know that our chapter is the second biggest chapter now after the USA chapter. So we are the second biggest chapter. So
Why?
we have been getting warm reception from the people. Because this is the first time in the history of Liberians uh, community within the East African belt to have a political party chapter
Mm-hmm.
within this place. So it was a very smart move for us. And yeah, we've been working to bring more people on board. But trust me, Ansu, our program is going to be well attended. We just want to see what the US people are going to do. And after that, yeah, we're going to come up with something very big, very far, bigger than what the US
So we
people.
say it's fine because we're gonna come and grace your program. We're gonna come and be a part of that. But Mr. Namwe, Mr. J. Victor Namwe, who is the chairperson for the Northeast region where we having this program in Philadelphia. So he is the regional chair. He is on the line. He wants to speak about the program. So Mr. Namwe, the mic is open to you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Gore. It is good to be on. Let me welcome Winston on set, my brother from East Africa. Thank you for joining us, and my regards to the team, Ansu and Henry. Thank you also for holding it down. Yeah, I'd like to actually agree with my chair. First, let me thank her, Ms. Gore, for all the support that she's given me in the region so far, and the global as well, Dr. Richardson, for all the support they're giving us. We think we all said, look, my boy Jerome Giving is flying in tomorrow evening at about 6 o'clock. My boy Siku Connor is flying in. My boy Mohammed Enza Dolly is already driving in. I think he's in Philly. My girl Dorothy is coming in, Dee is coming. Everybody's coming in. I think this is going to be grand. We heard the PL is on his way, coming in through Europe and all of that. In spite of all the nonsense that's happening in Monrovia, we will gather. We will talk about how we can move this country forward. We'll have a good time also. We're going to get together. We're going to work, but we're going to have fun. So I'm encouraging all of my friends, in the Philadelphia area, who can make it from far and near, come and join us. It's just going to be one night. You come in, we sit with the PL. He'll make a statement here and there, and then the rest of it, question and answers, anything you want to know about the CMC, but come and join us. You might even have a suggestion that we can add to what we intend to do to help move our country forward. So I want to thank you all tonight for putting the call out and reminding our people, come and join us over the weekend. We'll be in Philly. It's right there on 76 Industrial Highway. That's in Anson, PA. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I couldn't join you guys, but thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Namwe. Thank you.
Yes. Thanks. Mr. Namwe. Thanks. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so Ansu, I was just saying, and I will thanks to Mr. Nangwe for the warm welcome. But like I was saying, what we are doing so far, I think we are intending to compete with the US chapter. That's what we are doing so far. We are actually
that powerful women now.
We are intending Ansu, we are intending to compete with them in numbers, and we are also intending to compete with them. And this is what going to add more value to our program. We bring in all of them. We bring in Dr. Richardson. Do you know how many persons here who want to see Sis Grace We want to see Dr. Richardson. We want to have one-on-one conversation with the PL. We want to see Mr. Nangwe. So bringing those people over here is going to give us more ground. They're going to help us to raise the number we want to raise in this place. So we are really concentrating on how can we, reconsider the librarians who are here, especially on the silent partisan, let's say on the silent voter, because that's how we call them, and people who have already decided they are working with, and some people who are also on another party but still wanting to meet with the PL to have one-on-one conversation with him to answer some major questions to clear that down so they can make both steps. So and we are working on it, and trust me, in a soon and possible time, we're trying to speak with Sis Grace and the rest of the other people to launch our ADICA process here. Most people here been asking, how can we be identified, maybe leaving from here, because most people will be returning to the library before 2029, So they are asking, how can we be identified as a CNC where we go Liberia? So we trying to talk to the executive member out there to see how we can also be able to launch this ADICA thing, where people will have their ADICA to be identified as a CNC, but when you come from East Africa, they don't know directly you are from East Africa, because we don't want to miss our member with the people from the US and other countries. That's what we want to do.
Of course, that will happen. So you just gotta list up with a global and make sure you let Dr. Francine know, and then we can structure something with you guys so you can be identified. That is, of course, that will happen. So we are looking forward, and we're very proud of you people in Rwanda. You guys are doing. I mean, just imagine you just came right next to us as far as data is concerned about members. Yes, I mean they push themselves all the way. So now the other African countries are pushing. Now Ghana is pushing, and Nigeria, to be able to catch up with Rwanda when it comes to CMC members. So we are very proud of that. We will support you any way we can. CMC is strong. We are all like-minded people trying to make sure that Liberia be a better place for us all, and that our future generation of children are prepared the next leadership to lead Liberia to a prosperous nation. And that can happen under the banner of CMC. Thank you.
All right, folks. So that's just it right there. CMC September 20 for the 26th, 27th. A lot of activities. Engagement will be in the US. The political leader will be there for the diaspora team, and I know his trip to the United States definitely someone said it's going to be fruitful. So yeah, upon his return back, his networking, making sure that having CMC connected out there, his connection. All right, so. Other things on our platform tonight, and in which this time around we will hit reason. There's another reason why I always tell people, I say this government keep 40 and 40 and 40 and 40 and this government keep slipping off. This government keep giving opposition more gear, more chances indeed. Now, this is what we have here today. We have a couple of videos and 2 training videos. Things that happened back here today. One, Madam Chair and Winston, the video on that screen is from Baburu County. The bridge in which the government stopped the political leader of CMC and told him that it is government initiative or government project. The bridge they set to that place have turned to a death trap for our people. Lucky for us, someone was in Baburu County and sent that video to tell us how the government left the bridge. That's one. 2, this World Trade Center, the World Trade Center. I think I think you guys heard about the World Trade Center where some of them on Getty Street where the guys can go do documents and other stuff and normal business activities, at the World Trade Center. That place was shut down a few months ago by government, and government said reasons because there are some documents, or there where the guys can fix a fake document, and there are some documents were coming from there was fake. So government shut down that place, closed that place, and deploy police officers assigned them to that place until they can hear from executive when they're going to open that place. But can you just imagine? Can you guys imagine how can police be in charge of that place? That place, armed robber, broke around that place, and stole everything that belonged to the people of that place. Break the people business down. We have videos of Liberian crying, but they're beginning to one for Bible County and see the bridge in which is stopped, building from.
The bridge on Babolo Highway. What they say, Honorable Belede Mokan Bay, the government brought the police people, they say, oh, they can't build the bridge, the bridge, and you see, no car. That ain't iron, they can't put out for the people. Yeah, you dumb inside die. And you see the bridge, they say they can't build, government they can't build. And you see the motorbike coming. You can, anybody can fall down here, die. They say that the bridge they can't build. And you see it. The men wanted to go and pay the bridge for the people, for cement, for everything. They said no. They brought police. They said the men will not pay the bridge. And you see how the bridge looking, how how vulnerable it is. Anybody can fall down here and die. Can't fall down here, everybody will die. Before ambulance can people die. Look at the water. Look at the bridge. Look at the edge of the bridge. There is no protection. When we're talking, then they say SYZ. You see the kind of thing? You see the one here? Now the bridge, they say, vulnerable wanted to come cover the whole water in your own money. Then they join, they say,
Oh my God. Henry, you got a video in the chat room?
Yeah.
My goodness. You see, the government don't love Liberians. Joseph Boaka and his cronies of incompetent, corrupt people don't love that. So that the bridge they stop the CMC. Let me show you. We still come in, but I want to show you the bridge that they wanted to build to that place. We had a diagram, and look what they built to the people. So they're trying to tell our people, say that people don't deserve nothing good. And I'm saying that if some people start running on that bridge right now, and maybe the ambulance or somebody sick, they're rushing to the hospital, other people coming, somebody can die in that place. Go ahead.
So it's like I like the way Ansu classify it as a death track. You know, I'm really trying to comprehend this whole thing, to understand this whole thing about the bridge. Does this bridge actually meet public West Tenor? If it is a government project, does it meet public West Tenor? You know, do we have a functional, public work in our country to allow the kind of bridge to be open to public, like as old as Liberia is? This is a death track. Says Grace, this is just I think outside of politics, this is just a common sense. Outside of politics, you build a bridge over that kind of water, no sidewalk to protect the pedestrian, no sidewalk to distinguish the pedestrian from the motorist and all of that, and you call it a bridge, you dedicate it for people to be using it. The government got to be killing here. They got to be killing for real, because you cannot dedicate this kind of bridge as a public as bridge that meet a public West Tenor. There's a death track. Imagine what the guy was saying. You have a car in that bridge, God forbid, and something happens, and the car enters the water. What going to happen to people? This is just about, like I said, since Grace, people can be wicked to the extent that they be wicked to that very self, to the very same people they represent. I think this whole thing about government stopping on ability from building our bridge to being standard. If you see I know you people have the picture of the bridge that on ability built in Lima County. This is what we call a modern day bridge that was built and electrified. That's what we call look at the blueprint of the bridge that the man needed to build for the people.
Yeah, that the blueprint of the bridge he wanted to build in Babolo.
The government just risking the life of ordinary Liberians in the country. I think the government needs to understand that outside of politics, the Liberian people deserve better. With the exception of honorability wanting to contest for the presidency comes on 2029, the Liberian people deserve better. So if a Liberian, especially a public servant, somebody who is a member of the House of Representatives, want to help, create safe environment for people, I think there is a need that the government give some level of authorization. The only thing public works should be able to observe after the completion of the project. Public works should be able to see what it meet the standard of public work. But I want to believe that role is a very major role.
Look at public work understand that as the public understand that so wisdom.
Look at public work standard on people in Liberia.
No protection.
It baffles me a lot to see that people being wicked to being wicked to that very self, because these people
no light on that road in the night. No light on that road. That place very dark at night. You have nothing there to
and we still have 3.5 years to election. And this thing is not about somebody using somebody to campaign. This is just about offering service to people. Why would you stop somebody from constructing a mooring and protected bridge and allow public work to go put something where at the end of the day the life of the people are risked? So says I'm short of words. I don't know what exactly or how to describe what I just saw, but I think it's a total death trap, like as we have described it. And I think the Liberian people deserve better. Those very same people voted for you, for God's sake. They deserve better. You should build a standard bridge for them. Bridge that's going to last long. Look at what is there.
This is one of the bridges that when they were building, I think that bridge is even finished. Building.
Yeah,
this is how you build a bridge.
Sure.
Yeah,
so the government is using politics to the extent that they are risking the lives of the ordinary Liberians. But I think it is about time for the Liberians people to understand how things work in Liberia, especially when it comes to government trying to deprive them from opportunity. This Unity Party is doing everything in their power. You know, I just want to end on this. The safety of Unity Party is to keep the Liberian people into actual poverty that they cannot survive without government officials. That's what happens there with the Bureau. Look at what the building calling bridge that reached Pablo Westena. It's a death trap, and the place is not electrified. You know, motorists will not know the direction of the bridge overnight, and all of that. It's risky. Let's be honest here. Outside of politics, this is risky, and this bridge should not even be dedicated by the government. It's shameful.
So it means that they took away from the Liberian people because of politics. You took away from the Liberian people because of politics. They will never get a real standardized modern day bridge in that area because you took it away from them because of politics. That's what makes this government evil, very, very evil. You know, also, thanks for sharing that video. And we'll keep it in our icon. I see something in the screen. Thank you so much for playing that. I mean, that people will have regrets. So that's why we're telling them right now, it's time for them to open their eyes. Because these people that you run with sentiment, and that's why most Liberians in the United States have stopped doing charity work in Liberia. I don't know whether you noticed it. The people had totally stopped. They're not helping people like the way people were coming on these platforms. Sometimes we raise money for them. Everybody has stopped. Today, one of my friends myself were talking about it because they feel that these people, the more we help them, that the more they vote these corrupt people into power. So the people said, no, we're not going to do that. But also, if you got anything else, like if you have anything else on your list, I want to read a political leader or letter.
Let me add to what we just saw. You know, Sis Grace and Sue Heron and those who are listening. I'm not surprised at this stage. You know, this is not the first time. The first thing we saw is we had the entire security apparatus taking over the Capitol building.
The Capitol building.
And we saw the Capitol building got on fire. We saw that at the end of the day, government tried to suspect blame people around here. Today, government is still dragging. They're bringing all kind of evidence called geospatial and all of that. The whole list of phone numbers. I think, and so if you ever make call in La brother there, I think your number is there. Sis Grave, if you ever make call in La brother there, I think your number is on our paper as well. And this is just to tell all how incompetent this government is. This is just to tell how irresponsible this government is. How with the police taking charge of the property, and then the very same property that the police taking over to protect, that very same property is being stolen and is being damaged and all of that. Who's going to be responsible? So the police are responsible. The security apparatus in Liberia is responsible. The government is responsible for all of the losses that people are going through. Because
I really want you to have Gregory will address the other one.
Gregory will not make statement about it.
When
the Capitol building got on fire on their watch, they came to make all kind of statement. It was an arson attack. Have you ever heard? Have you heard Gregory Como speaking about this other situation? It's becoming embarrassing.
Well, Gregory Como is a regime police director. How you expect?
It's becoming embarrassing. So this is where we are as a country. Liberian people, let us learn from this mistake and make the rightful decision come 2029. This government has failed you. Beyond that, they are very irresponsible and they cannot serve this country. It's clear.
Yeah,
so that's why I wanted to say this, Chris.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. And thank you, Ansu. This government is, I mean, they have a regime police. Everything is regime for this government. They wanted to take what the House, the Senate, they practically did that. We are praying for them to not take what the judicial system. So we pray against that. I hope the judges and the court magistrate stand strong, because or else then Liberia will become really a country ruled by dictators. These people have hijacked the country. They are kidnapped. Let's just say they kidnapped the country, and we'll make sure we take Liberia away from them and make sure Liberia is ran the right way for our people to live their regular lives that God have given them. That's a right to have a country that's supposed to strive on the right thing for the citizens to be able to live their lives free and fairly. The country is, is all kind of thing happening. The water taking over the country, number one. They're not even paying attention to that. The people, they live in dirt. Let me just play this quickly before I read it. The PR letter, so that you can see how dirty and this country is. These people are living. The people get sick and they just die from common sicknesses because the leadership is continuing to be poor. They are not creating the environment for the people to live the better life they're supposed to live. Every government is supposed to be able to structure the environment for the citizens of the country. They're not able to do that. They have failed over and over again. And this government is just even showing worse in almost 2 years. I don't know what the legislature is waiting for to sanction this government. Seriously. Maybe they should impeach this president because he's not doing what he's supposed to do. Nothing he's doing right. I'm saying it.
This is how people going through on a daily basis. Yeah. It was a county. Moa district. This is what our people go through. He's moving alone. moving alone, struggling to feed his family, struggling to take care of his family. Yes. I pray that you never fall. I pray that you never fail. Yes. Yes. Yes.
So folks, welcome back. KCN TV, Care Radio 95.9. We are here just opposite LPRC. We are in fact just in front of LPRC. Massive flood takes over Bushra Island, the Bytown to Logan Town, Freeport Road corridor, so to speak. Massive flood has taken over. And so we say, keep following wherever you're watching from. This is KCN TV. My name is Jefferson Weah, and I'm
house. 2025, people.
They are playing. They feel very happy about what's happening, but they don't know the juggernaut effect of the floor. What's happening with their parents, what's happening at their homes, and all that stuff. And so we are around the park, like I said. That's the most famous survival park.
Look at it,
The famous survival park. Famous survival park. I'm Harrison Scott. The children are playing. They are playing. They are playing. And there are passersby who are also watching them playing too.
Normal children playing on football.
They are playing ball. I know. I don't know. Is that a soccer game or why? But they are happily playing.
Yes, in the confirmation. Yeah.
So, our charitable viewers, from here we are going deep and deeper into Hope Community. According to Mr. Clarence Fugbe, there are 3 communities that are deeply affected from this flooding situation. That's Pastor Time, Hope Community, and Jonah Island. And so we visited a section of our Hope Community, and we did not visit Pastor Time community. We are in Jonah Island. Afterward, we go to Pastor Time and deeper into the whole community. But still, we are around the survival park. We are seeking permission from the authority to grant us the opportunity to have a glimpse of what's happening at the survival park in terms of the floor. So they are refused for us to enter. They are refused for us to enter the survival park that was.
Look at water.
and you know, because of the consistent situation, you know, it have led to people being so comfortable being in horrible environment now in Liberia. It's just something out of this world that I don't know how to even explain this, but it's horrible. It's really horrible for our country. Liberia as a country, those things happening, it's horrible. And those things are things that can be controlled. That rainwater sitting on the ground, the water didn't come from anywhere. That's just rainwater.
What I would say is that Liberia deserves better.
Sure.
You need to join CMC for us to transform Liberia after 20 years of corruption and failed leadership. You need to join because your people cannot be living. Look, normal. This is not normal, and that's what you said, Winston. The people think this normal because they used to live in that kind of. This is not normal. You see other countries like that Rwanda, that fought war in Ghana. The people children playing in the real park, having fun, living their lives. And look what is happening. Look what is happening in our country. Our children playing in the dirty water. And y'all think it's normal? It's not normal. It's not. But if you don't have anything to say on that, I'm going to read a letter from Sakapi. Not from Sakapi, I'm sorry. I'm going to read the
official press statement from the PL.
Yeah, the press statement from the PL 1 hour and it changed here 1 hour ago. So it says on his page, it's written there. If you want, you can go there and read it for yourself. It says, Citizens Movement for Change CMC, Office of the Political Leader, press statement. Honorable Musa Hassan Berete. He said a call for safety, justice, and the rule of law. The Citizen Movement for Change strongly condemns the recent fire incident at the residence of Liberia's former president. This disturbing occurrence raises serious concern about the safety and dignity of our nation's past leaders. Liberia cannot afford to return to a time when former presidents and senior statesmen lived under fear after leaving office. Their safety is not only a matter of personal security, it is a reflection of our nation's values. We therefore call for an immediate, transparent, and professional investigation into this incident. The cause must be established, and the Liberian people must be reassured that this was not the result of a negligence or malice or political intimidation. Anything less would be dishonor. Anything less would dishonor our democratic commitment. We also call on the security team of the former president to cooperate fully with the investigators in the discharge of their duties. Every detail matters, and accountability requires the contribution of all who were directly responsible for the protection of the former president and his residents. Equally troubling is the recent decision of a lower court to deny a defense motion to suppress evidence that was obtained illegally. This ruling undermines a cornerstone principle of justice that what is not done legally is not done at all. If courts allow unlawfully obtained evidence to stand, then we erode the very foundation of the rule of law. Liberia's justice system must reflect fairness, constitutionality, and respect for rights. Upholding the rule of laws means ensuring that procedures are not only followed, but followed rightly. Justice cannot be selective, and liberty cannot survive where illegally is rewarded into cover. I missed that word. Let me read it again. Justice cannot be selective, and liberty cannot be illegitimately rewarded.
Illegality.
No. Illegality is rewarded in the courtroom. Anyway, we'll move on. The CMC therefore demands a swift, credible, and impartial investigation into the fire incident at the former president's residence with full public disclosure of findings, full cooperation from the former president's security team with investigators, a review of the court's decision to admit illegally obtained evidence, and reaffirmation by our judiciary that due process is non-negotiable. The safety of our leaders, past and present, and the strength of our courts are vital to Liberia's future. CMC will continue to stand on the side of the law, order, and justice, and we call on every Liberian to do the same. Signed, Honorable Musa Hassan Berete, political leader, Citizen Movement for Change, CMC. So what is your thought on this letter?
Yeah, I think, Asu, do you want to come before me? Oh. Okay. All right. Let me comment. All right. Let me comment. So what we saw today on the page of on the official page of the PL of the CMC, it is another record that has been set again. I think the PL is on record for fighting for accountability, fighting for justice for Liberians, and making sure that the House of Representatives is accounted for their action. Now, Sixth grade, what have been happening over the period in Liberia is worrisome. It's something that we all, as a Liberian, for politics, should join hands together to speak about these things consistently on our official social media handles. You don't know who are watching, who are following your social media handle, so that things can be done rightly in our country. Now, let's first and foremost consider this thing. You saw the entry of the former president into the country. You saw how the scene turned chaotic. And I think the decision or the stand of our political leader, Honorable Musa Hassan Belite, it shows how willing he is to work with the opposition community to ensure that the Liberian people are well represented come 2029. Now, this is a national security issue. A national security issue. Former president, immediate former president of the Republic of Liberia, has got it on fire. It's a troublesome information, or it worries and caretaking for Liberians. So, what the political leader have said clearly is that let the investigation begin again, because I think you follow the fire service. They released a statement saying that they have been denied access to the former president's home. And again, if you follow Spoon, when Damo arrived to the former president's house, you saw him interviewing fire service boss in the premises of the former president. And today, the fire service cannot give a well calculated and responsible statement in regards to the discharge of that duty. In fact, when they went to the former president's house, some of the problem they had is that the pipe to transfer the water from tank to use it on the house was not functional. So at the end of the day, they could not do it. Community dweller helped to do these things to quench the fire. I just want to say that the political leader of the CNC is willing to work with everyone, regardless of what stand you have taken and all of that. This is why he's coming out clearly. Being a responsible politician and being a responsible political leader of a responsible political party, to issue statement on behalf of the political party, calling on the fire service to conduct impartial investigation to know the root cause of the fire incident. The PL statement does not only reflect what happened to the former president, it also reflects what been happening to the ordinary Liberians. Where when you just wake up in the morning, you see ordinary Liberian horses on fire. This is a call, a wake-up call to the fire service to conduct investigation as to ascertain what happening in Liberia. What are the root causes of those different fire on ordinary people home and on the house of the former president of the Republic of Liberia. And the second one that has to do with the issue of calling on the justice system to be independent. Says Grace, I think we have followed that in Liberia to the extent that this government have interfered with major decisions of the third branch of government, which have undermined the separation of power we talk about in Liberia. This government have gone after judges, threatening them to make decisions that does not reflect the legality of the case, or that does not reflect the integrity of the judiciary system. So this is where we are as a country. That's why you see the political leader, because he has experienced that, doing the impasse in the House of Representatives. He was one person who stood firm and fought for the rule of law in Liberia. He could have taken that money. He could have taken side with the majority blind and say, you know what, we're all going for this money. We just play this game like this. But he stood for the rule of law and depended on the court. And the government came out and denied the ruling of the the higher court on the land of Liberia. So it baffles him a lot to even see that again. We still got to go to the court. But I think his stand to call on the court to be very, very impartial in this case, especially with what we saw and the evidences that we saw coming out, the investigation that was conducted by independent and credible institutions out of Liberia to ascertain how those different evidence was collected. Evidence was collected on a torture, people were sodomized, and all of that. Records, medical report prove that. And in the court of law, any evidence that is collected through torture or illegally is not admissible in court. I'm a student of law. When I saw what happened, when the court denied the motion to suppress the evidence that was collected illegally with evidence that those people were tortured, some of them were sodomized, says great. I just thought of where are we going as a country? Even after all of this study we are here for, all of the education we want to get to go and impact the lives of our people. Is this the kind of system we're going to meet? Are they the kind of same people that are going to be in power? I think Liberia cannot move forward with this kind of system. Liberia cannot move forward with this kind of people, or with those kind of people in power, and still want to have influence over everything. I think it is about time that our country, the three branches of government, be independent for our country to move forward. That's why I wanted to say, I think I will come up later on to close up with that.
Okay. Thank you so much. I would just say I will reread that paragraph so we can understand it well. And that's the paragraph that I like within the press statement that the political leader made. He said Liberia's justice system must reflect fairness, constitutionality, and the respect for rights. Upholding the rule of law means ensuring that procedures are not only followed, but followed rightly. Justice cannot be selective, and liberty cannot survive where illegality is rewarded in the courtroom. Liberians, go back and read this particular paragraph and see what is this. If our judiciary system is threatening, it means that the country is going down. We're already in the sinking place. I'll show you the video where our country is so sad that our children are playing in dirty water. It's a shame. Those children supposed to be the future leaders of Liberia. If they don't have access to just play and be comfortable doing it, it's sad. If all the system of the country are going down like this, where are we going? Where are we going? And that's the reason why I always encourage people to go to Smart News and read what I wrote there in an article. Liberia is in an abusive relationship with this UP government and CDC. 20 years of nothing. It's time for change. And we must change now. We must change now. Thank you.
So that's it. Malachi, I'm just following. Look. Cannot explain on the though he would explain on the get tired. That's what they can do. I'm laughing at Calano. Him I'm begging you. So
Calano, he's explaining what happened. You guys are
with his truck issue. So let's get it out at least 2 or 3 minutes before we get to the phone line to then make it interactive. Yeah, just put the phone off. All right, so sorry for the feedback. Let's see what we can get it off for the audience. Though the Papa explaining though. The woman is that easy? Woman, you ask people when you get tired.
Tubi, you got anyone to deal? You got anyone?
So I would like to say welcome.
Welcome.
There is this news on social media that one of the truck was carrying 40 cartons of tramadol. Can you speak to that, sir?
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon to the listening audience out there. About this morning, I think to be exact, around 10 o'clock, someone called me from the police that my truck was in Cape Mount. And my truck was being arrested. I asked the guy, how is that possible? Because to the best of my knowledge, my trucks are supposed to be parked in Johnsonville. To a guy that takes care of all our trucks, we own, as a matter of fact, we own up to 8 trucks that are movable. So I decided to do my own background check to find out how my truck got into Cape Mount. There's a young man by the name of Cassie. He's a distributor. So the last time he was using my trucks, and I parked all my trucks, I told him, as a matter of fact, I dismissed all my drivers. This is over 2 months ago. So my trucks are supposed to be parked. So I called Cassie, how is it? They say my truck, have you taken my truck? Have you sent my truck anywhere? They said, yes, Chief, I had a load yesterday and the people purchased 4,000 gallons. They took the product to Bobby. I said, no. The information I'm getting from the police is that my truck was in Cape Mount. So, well, there's this guy who bought product. He told us that he wanted to rent the truck, and I gave the truck. He said they were going to go, including the product, they were going to go to Cape Mount, then they will come with the money. So I can just give you the truck loading order or the delivery orders of the product that was lifted yesterday. I'll give you the number. Delivery order number 1984. It contains 500 gallons. Delivery order number 2, 01985, another 500 gallons. Delivery order number 3, 01977, 3,000 gallons. A total of 4,000 gallons. These products were not even purchased from our company. They were purchased from Petrol Trade. I repeat.
The product was purchased from Petrol Trade.
From Petrol Trade.
So how did your truck,
That's it. So that is the major myself, because Petrol Trade also got their own trucks. How they put up from Petrol Trade, 500 gallons and 3,000 gallons, total of 4,000 gallons, got into our truck that is supposed to be packed. But according to Cassie is a distributor. This man was looking for trucks. That's how they gave our truck to take this product.
The Petrol Trade, man?
No, well, there's another agent for Petrol Trade. He talked with this Cassie guy.
So who is Cassie?
Cassie is a distributor. Okay. It's a distributor of petroleum products. Okay. You understand? So they were looking for a car that how they put this 4,000 gallons with the understanding that they are going to go bring the money from wherever they were carrying the product. I do not know. All I know, my trucks should be packed until this morning when all the thing came about. After police got to know that, I got to know that police, you understand, have arrested my truck. I got to know that the man who took the product told the driver that he had money to come to bring the money back to Monrovia, according to Cassie. It's personally, because when I got to know this morning, I called directly and told him to go to the police station to report himself. He complied and went to the police station. He's with the police as I speak to you. Yeah, Cassie, the driver, the man who bought the product, they are always. Yeah.
Which hour you expected for your truck to be packed?
So that's CEO Calano. The mayor explaining. That's one thing. The mayor explaining. You were explaining when you get tired.
But Ansu, I have a few other concerns from what we have listened to so far. I think if Councillor Kalando is saying that, you know, he expected his thing to have been packed at Johnsonville or something like that.
Mhm.
I don't know how does it work, especially where you have your car and then maybe because of certain reason, like he said, he has sacked all of the drivers.
Mhm.
I thought he should be in control of the keys. And, you know, saying that someone took it unknowingly to him. But I listened to the both of them. You know, the both of them appear on Spoon yesterday, because I mean another day now. So yesterday the both of them appear on Spoon, and the guy in question said that he informed Kalano about, you know, the using of the truck. He also said that, you know, Kalano knows the guy in question, the driver, and Kalano said on the show that he had not even interacted with the guy before. He doesn't know who is the guy. He said again that he was not informed that his truck was going to be used and all of that. But there are too many conflicting information here. But one thing I want us to know here is that the issue of drugs trafficking is a felony.
Yeah.
Drugs trafficking. I know you go to this telephone, but I just in just 30 seconds. Drugs trafficking is a felony in Liberia under the Liberian law. So by now, all of them involving this thing should be ongoing investigation by now. You know, there should be an official statement out there by the LDEA inviting them for investigation. Even the guy who went and self-contracted the driver for the driver to take the goods without the consent of Kalano, like he's saying, this guy should be in custody and be ongoing investigation. Because the law provides that on a contract and tort, the law provides that the law talks about vicarious liability. And so if you have your nephew, if you take your nephew and go and commit crime with your nephew, the first thing they should ascertain who owns the nephew. And so you are the owner of the nephew, you should undergo some level of investigation. That's what vicarious liability says. So the fact that you still have the guy who self-contracted the driver still outside there appearing on radio stations and making clarity, and there is no official statement from the LDEA to invite those guys, it's troublesome. But like I said, this is Liberia, and we hope and pray that the LDEA will be able to do more investigation outside of influence and all of that. But one thing again, quickly, do you want to go to the telephone again?
Yeah, you know, you can post up before I go to the line.
Yeah, so lastly, Kalano just gave a breaking news that Richard Nangwe-Kun, Speaker Richard Nangwe-Kun, and Prince Tour, they owed him 82,000 United States dollars at the time they were canvassing to a place for the speakership election. Between the first speakership election between Fonati Kofa and Richard Nangwe-Kun, where they were canvassing at his hotel, they owed him 82,000 United States dollars, and they paid 10,000 upfront, and they promised to pay the balance of 72,000, and they have not paid up to now. And so there are just a whole lot of information that coming up with the whole thing about it, just activity. So he's saying that now he's being set up, just to keep him silent and all of that. But it's up to the LDEA to do due diligence for the people of Liberia. So that's what I wanted to say.
All right. So I don't know how would they go and use the man place? Oh, our lawmakers, man, Richard Kun, Speaker. How we going to use the man place? At the end of the day, you don't want to pay. If it is true that he's saying that they really want to use it against him, like keeping quiet, but you got to use somebody's place.
The most interesting thing about it is that the executive committed after Richard failed to pay over a period of time. The executive also committed to paying for this. The deficit Richard Kun and guys owed at the time they were canvassing in a hotel. And up to now, the executive failed to pay. So he raised all of the concern. And he's saying that it could be a seller for him and all of that, because the driver is saying he's not aware of the drugs being on the car. And all of those people who are prime suspects are saying they are not aware of it. So this is where we are as a country. So we asked the LDA to do investigation.
Yes, to carry on the investigation, and I've invited Councillor Cardano already, George Cardano, the LDA. We'll be understand by the year what's come of the conference, conference talk with George Cardano. But folks, you can call us on 0776 927472. So much we say here tonight. A lot we are saying here tonight, so that you can call in and then participate. Let's hear you on 0776 927472. The political launch on Truth FM 96.1. What's the thing? What you want to share with us? One of our talking points. Good morning. Yes, sir. Let's hear you. Your name, sir. What do you call from? Watson, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, let me start with the issue of President Carando, because with the ring on the FBI operation, people try to ask him, and he said that this drug has been packing, but he has some other in charge of this drug.
Okay.
God was there, God said that, but God called Siafa, he always applying his product. It's the product to market one. He said that on Wednesday, this man went to him and bought 4,000 gallons of petrol for it to be transported to market one. And he made paid some. This is a punishment of this morning. There were no judges. When they were about to come back, that's the time they brought up the driver who is Ali, and who bought the product, the customer who is Japan. And Sebastian told the driver that he had one of his brothers coming each time. And his brother coming without their either. But the driver don't check. If they want it, they want to play the truck have a lot of behind. So they want to play the job.
So where do we stand? Where we stand, my brother, with this whole just issue? Just to make sure. Okay. Okay. Is there anything you want to speak of again? Is there anything you want to talk about? Yeah, let's say, go ahead. Okay. Okay. So let's wait a year for now the LDA. All right. On 0776-9274-72. You can also talk about your political leader, CMC. He's currently in the US. There's a lot of activities happening this weekend. The Citizen Movement for Change and their political leader is currently in the United States. So you can call through and have a say on it on 776-9274-72. LPRC just left. Officials left their offices today and just went to Simrex, the business of Musa Hassan Bilete yesterday, and said they may not want to pay tax, so we came to close the business down. All these things happening in the country. Have to say good morning. Let's say you're live. Patrick, go ahead.
Thank you very much. You see, Canano giving different statement, and the men are in the studio giving different statement. You see that some of the things the former DN's boss made that confession that most of the government officials they doing drug trade. And when you look at it keenly, most of the government officials, most of the tanker drivers, they are selling drugs. Even we that can be on the street. You see, one thing, let me tell you one thing about the drugs. Those auction girls, most of them, they sell trauma. But when we get the police the information, they can play lower about it. And they feel they will continue telling the DEA that they will be checking the auction girls. The auction girls,
I just seen that the girls are selling the DK clothes and the small market, the real life water side. They get it stock all in the Lapate. Mm-hmm.
We can see them and we know them. And one thing again about the former president Hong Bonny, you see, the government, a lot of people president we are. They take security, when they go in power, they make conflict statement about withdrawing his security from India. I don't know what the government really see behind it, man.
Okay.
If something happen to them, man, they will hold the government responsible.
Nothing will happen. Nothing going to happen. 0776-9274-72. The numbers to call me this morning. I know you're up. You want to participate on 0776 9274-72. Yeah, Winston.
Yeah, and so I just wanted to say there are a lot of people in the diaspora who may want to contribute. I don't know if you can put WhatsApp number up for people to also contribute from diaspora.
Plus 231-776-9274-72 plus 231-9274-72 plus 231-9274-72. It's a WhatsApp number. Liberia is 0776-9274-72 WhatsApp. For those of you abroad who want to participate, plus 231-776-9274-72 plus 231-776-9274-72 are the numbers for you to call and participate this morning on the political last year on Truth FM. So while we do it on our callers, we can get back to Mother Grace. And so maybe the other things we left out because we are pushing our closing time though. So we can just touch it before we leave.
Yeah, thank you. And so there is nothing really left out. We just want to encourage everybody to come to the city of brotherly love. And CMC will be in Philadelphia this weekend. We are having an event and we want you to be a part of it. Come and meet our political leader and meet the leadership of CMC in the diaspora. So we're looking forward to everybody. It's September 27th, which is this Saturday at 6 p.m. at the Clarion Hotel in Philadelphia, Essington, in Pennsylvania, and the 76 Industrial Highway, Essington, PA. So come and be a part of this joyous time. We're going to be having a lot of information dissemination at that point. We also will be having a lot of interaction. We're going to have a lot of networking going on. And also we're going to have fun. So come, and we want to also welcome all our CMC members that have already entered Philadelphia. The ones that are on their way, we say safe travels to you. Also want to welcome, people that will be a part of this program. And we are looking forward to seeing you. And may God bless everyone. I see our Secretary General. Our Global Secretary General is now on the platform. I'm so happy to see her. Although she came late, but at least she came. She didn't know the time. But welcome, welcome, Mr. Zulu.
Thank you so much. I am so sorry. When I came in, I met you like this. I'm like, you making the announcement. We need the excitement. I'm like, is it because I'm late? That gets some excitement in it. Hey, how you guys doing?
We're doing good.
Good.
So it's nice to see you. Yeah, at least you're here, so now. The time.
Right. Yeah, I didn't know the time. So again, I apologize for being late. I didn't know what time it was. I thought it was 9 o'clock. It's starting instead of any at 9. So that's what was on my mind. So when I called her, I was away and I was driving. And I was like, okay, I will try and make it there.
Yeah, and you made it. That's the most beautiful thing. You made it. And so that this is our secretary, our Global Secretary General. She's a woman of her word. She is Mistress Victoria Sandola Zulu. She's here to just grace the platform. Although we're about to leave, but she'll be back here on Friday. Tomorrow, she's gonna be here with us. And we're gonna be doing the show.
In Philly, I'll be in Philly and I'll be on.
Yeah, she will be on and she will be in Philly. So she's gonna be a part of the program as well on Saturday. We all will be there together, and we will be acting and engaging people concerning CMC. So these are our people in the studio, Ansu and Henry. They're in the studio in Liberia because we've been aired on the radio you know, wherever that True FM is airing, like in Nima County and some other counties. And also Winston Cooper is the acting head of the CMC in Rwanda. And he's here tonight, to grace the platform. He's going to be a regular panelist there on Thursday, you know, to be part of us and you know, give some information. So after the USA, because Liberia has in the data, it shows that Liberia has the most amount of CNC members. So
that's not a good news.
Liberia has 87% of registered members. Next to Liberia is the United States. And then next to the United States is Rwanda. So, you know, Winston is sitting here proud. He thinks he's going to overpower us when it comes to membership. Maybe the next year, but I don't think that would be the case. Got a lot of people joining the US, so we're getting more members here too.
Oh, yes, we're getting more members.
Yeah.
So again, thank you so much. Thank you for the welcome, the warm welcome. I just want to say thank you to you all. Mr. Cooper, I want to say thank you. Ensu and Henry, I think you guys just both put your names together. So I don't know who's Ensu. Can I know who Ensu and who Henry?
That's Ensu.
Okay, so that's Ensu way first and then Henry on the other side.
Yes.
Okay. Again, my name is right there, Victoria Sendodo Zulu. I'm really happy to be on board to join this team. I mean, being here feels good because one thing I always look up to is the betterment of Liberia, the livelihood of our people, development and everything that actually this group stands for. So I'm actually happy to join this team, and I'm here not as an attacker, but somebody to work and assist. So we're going to work together. I look forward to working together effectively. I look forward to a teamwork. I look forward to collaborating and everything like that. So I just want to say my leadership style is kind of based on it's kind of organizational. So I have served community-based organization for 2 terms now. Actually going to an end. So I know there can be difficulties as a female leader. I know we may, take into consideration male dominance, especially in our area where I hail from, Nima County. It's not easy. It can be challenging. But then again, working with people, along with people is just, you just have to work with people, have teamwork, don't give commands, ask for help, or ask for a pardon or ask for help, but don't give command. Yeah. So those are things that we can do, to make things work. So nobody is a boss. Everybody is kind of the boss, for themselves when you kind of look at it, because we all have different ideas, ideology, how to bring in, resources. So I want to say thank you again, for having me here tonight. I'm sorry again that I'm late. I hope that next time I'll be on time so we all can, discuss issues of importance for Liberia.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Zulu. It's better late than never. I'm so happy that you came to grace the platform tonight. And, I talked to Miss Fanta Kamara. She is also the spokesperson for the USA in diaspora for CMC. So she too, sometimes she will come here with us. CMC has a lot of women in leadership, and it's okay. I know sometimes, like you said, our country is men dominance, and sometimes it's hard working with women, but we are very easy to work with if you just give us the time. So, we're happy to have you on board. We want to say congratulations on your position. We are happy to have you on board, and we will work together and we'll work close-knitted, because at the end of the day, we are family. Our biggest vision is to see Liberia be a better place. That's the goal. Yeah. So if you guys want to say anything before we close, I mean.
Nothing much. It was a great show. Many thanks to all of the team, in making sure that the Thursday edition, was actually good. We got about 26 minutes up to 2 o'clock in Liberia. So we gotta go. We'll be again today. That will be in the evening hour. Yes.
Okay, Winston?
Yeah, so let me say it was promising tonight and informative as well. We discuss issues of significance, especially issues that are affecting the Liberian people. One thing about this platform is that we don't just solely talk about our political leader, but we sometimes identify the different problems our people face in Liberia. And let me say, Welcome to Sis Victoria for thanks for joining, and Sis Grace too. You guys have been here, been doing couple of work for the Liberians people. Henry and Sue, you guys been doing very well for the Liberians people. So this is about time that we all put our forces together, our efforts together to deliver our country. It's about time to resonate the agenda of CMC with the Liberians people, because this is about time for Liberia to be redeemed. And we believe in the effort of everyone. And lastly, I just want to say the East Africa chapter is going to be the biggest chapter, as a matter of fact, because there are a lot of work we are doing. and this is just, like I said, I just want to end up with this. Like I said, we are just looking up to the US chapter to see how their program is going to be organized. We want to see how we're going to do far better than what they are going to do, to see how we can bring more pride to our chapter.
Yeah, it's a challenge.
Yeah, so it's a challenge. I mean, but what gave us the advantage is that you guys are going to be the first. So we're going to learn from whatsoever thing you guys are going to do, and we're going to build upon it. So it has been a wonderful time here tonight, and we look forward again to being here to discuss more about CMC, and especially discussing issues related to our chapter. We will appreciate Ansu and Henry can, maybe on one Saturday, just give chance to the leadership from our chapter to appear and talk about chapter 2. We're not just be talking about the USA, we need to talk about our chapter. But it was good tonight. It was good. I really appreciate the time, and we look forward to being here again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, then you guys have a good evening.
Thank you.
CMC, for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens Movement for Change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up, Liberia. CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. Equity, national unity, transparency, accountability, social justice, integrity. CMC core values. CMC Global. It is a new day for Liberia. It is a new day for the people. Let's all together. Let's all together. It's a unity. Raise up your hands. The land of liberty, the land of freedom, the love of liberty brought us together. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, yes, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, yes, for the people. CMC, yes, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, yes, 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 the time has come.